All right, what's going on, guys? I know it's been I think about actually a full week ever since I uploaded my last video. Price action has not been the best lately. If you've been looking at the market the past week, it has been complete dog shit. We've been getting stopped out. We've had choppy days, just not good price action whatsoever. So I ended up leaving the week off at a little bit above profits. I would still consider it break even. Not really the best week. But I did take a trade today. I did end up taking a loss. And the reason why is because I failed to realize something. I was looking at the market in a completely wrong direction. So coming into market open, we see that we have this 1,000 point move down, which gives us basically a indication that we're going to want to retrace back higher and then move lower. So what gave me the confidence was that we have a beautiful 2 hour fair value gap right here. So we have this really nice 2 hour fair value gap right here and also right here. So my two main targets for moving up and then retracing out of it was going to be this target right, or I'm sorry, not this one. This fair value gap and then also this fair value gap right here. So I wanted to see at least one of them get hit and then make a move lower after that. So, and then I also had another confluence right here. So if you take a look at the equilibrium point was within this small little 1 hour fair value gap, or 2 hour fair value gap, I should say. So that was already giving me another confluence that we could continue lower. All right. But so let's actually go to my execution. All right. So we are sitting in this 2 hour fair value gap right here. We entered the trade based off a 1 minute fair value gap. We retraced back into it. It was looking good. And pretty much instantly, as soon as I entered, I got stopped out. You could see that we absolutely ran up. And then we continued lower. I would have gotten my first take profit hit. Excuse me. I would have got my first take profit hit. And then I would have moved my stop loss to break even. But unfortunately, what we saw is we moved higher. So, and this is what I failed to realize is that from market open, we made this pretty big move up. And what I failed to realize is that if we look at the 15-minute time frame, where is it? If we look at the 15-minute time frame, we can see that we have a very nice bullish fair value gap right here. Also, if you guys are noticing the chart color differences, that's because I changed the colors up. I am fucking with it. It is very, very nice. If you guys know who PB Trading is on YouTube or TikTok, whatever, I got this idea from him. There are differences within the colors and stuff like that, but personally, I absolutely love how this setup looks. So much more cleaner. It just looks a lot more better. Either way, we're not here to talk about that. We're talking about here. But what I failed to realize is that we wanted to push back into here, into this 2 hour fair value gap, because we also have a equilibrium from this entire range move. Okay, so if we take a look from the very top of it all the way to the very bottom, we can see that equilibrium is basically within this 2 hour fair value gap, and that's something I failed to realize. Okay, so I failed to realize that. And then I also failed to realize that we had the beautiful 15-minute fair value gap. So if I just waited a little bit and paid attention to a higher time frame, I would have noticed that we were going to want to retrace back into it and then continue higher off into this 2 hour fair value gap. So this is what I could have done a little bit differently. Is obviously could have waited for the retracement back into this 15. And if you take a look on the 15-minute time frame, actually, let's go back. So if you take a look at the 15-minute time frame, this entire move is actually part with the 75% mark. So if you take a look on the 1 minute time frame again, you can tell that the 75% mark got smacked perfectly, and I would have entered off of this 75% mark right here, had my stops below the 50% mark, the equilibrium right there. But this would have been my trade if I just noticed the fact that we have that 15-minute time frame for belly gap, and I would have targeted exactly this 2 hour fair value gap. So that's something I just failed to realize. Obviously, this is a beautiful, beautiful play. We ended up rallying out perfectly. That's something I just failed to realize. After that, I kind of just de-risked myself, hopped off the charts, and actually in class I did see that we had this pretty nice move. So we have I'm sorry, not an equilibrium, but an imbalance right here. We basically retrace back into this imbalance. Not really like a 2 minute. I wouldn't even say like a 2 minute. This is kind of just like an imbalance. Like you can see, we do have this 2 minute fair value gap. We retraced back into it 2 times. Did we create equal highs? Unfortunately, we did not. But either way, pretty good entry right off of here. So we basically sweep out all of these pre-market highs right here, and then we take out a little bit of this internal buy side liquidity. We have a order block right here. If you look at the 5-minute time frame, you could definitely see a retracement back into an order block, which ended up happening. Very nice. This is the order block right here. Retracement back into the order block. 2-minute fair value gap, 2-hour fair value gap, and a buy side of all of that internal liquidity, right? So I would have taken it all the way down to this low right here, which ended up panning out perfectly. But yeah, so I just caught this as a paper trade. I didn't want to take it on my actual funded account. Even though I did take a loss on this, because of this entire move down, I did not take this on any of my funded accounts. Excuse me. So I just took it based off of my eval that I'm trying to pass right now. But yeah, so I didn't really want to pay attention to taking a trade on my actual live or my funded accounts because of the fact that we had this entire move down. It just didn't look probable to me. But I'm going to take this as a win today because I definitely learned something new that I should have paid attention to. I already made a post-it note on my little lamp over here, this thing right here, to look at the 15-minute time frames because of today. Obviously, I always pay attention to 15-minute fair value gaps and stuff like that, but just for some reason today I was not noticing it, and unfortunately I disregarded it completely. But that's all it is. This is a trading. This is how trading is. But yeah, so if you want to join my Discord, that is in the description of the video. I got my entire group in here. We got all my people. I took this trade with them and all that kind of stuff. If you want free one-on-one mentorship, that's in there as well. If you want one-on-one calls, we do weekly live calls, free live trading every single day in there. But yeah, that's all I really have for you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully with a win coming to you guys. All right, peace out.